Welcome back to Lars Gagne Linux Gaming. Here we are with Red Gagne. We're at level 43. We have some skill points we need to use, actually. Oh. What are we doing? Hold on. Let me check my plan. So y'all gotta have a plan, right? So, according to my plan, we are missing a couple in pistol, a few in demo. Boost pack training. How are we doing with boost pack training? We're at 3 of 4. We'd like to get that to 4 of 4. And then targeting control systems. We'd like to get that to 4. And engine systems to 4. Particle beam weapons. We'd like to get that to 4. Okay. I think we're going to do this. That's going to help our ship kick ass. And then let's do boost pack training to 4 as well. All right, thank you. Let's just mark these as done now. There we go. Update my spreadsheet, because if you don't have a spreadsheet, you're not playing. So here we are. We just talked with a keeper, and we've got some stuff to do. We need to talk to the House of Enlightenment down in the well and the Baroon prisoner. So let's head down to the well. What's that? How come we haven't explored that? That's weird. Let's go that way. I think we're right there, though. Bothers me when there's something not explored on the map. So let's get that done. We'll go talk to that prisoner and to the House of Enlightenment. See what they have to say. Come on, loading screen. Check out our other playthrough. We just did jump through the Unity on that playthrough. So let's see. What is it we haven't seen here? What's this? Well, we've seen it now. New Atlantis West End. Thank you. Okay, cool.
How are things going?
Is there a chunks around here? Oh, you know what we could do? While we're here. I sometimes forget to do this. Hey,
do you
what's
have
up?
a story for me or not? Welcome to SSNN, where the news never sleeps. If you're part of the David Barron fan club, try not to inflate his ego too much. He's liable to burst.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, he's like a vain egomaniac.
Sounds like you know him personally. Let's take a look at you. You're not from around here. My guess is you really work for a living.
Well, of course.
I bet you have a story or two.
Have we not been here yet?
About such things.
My life has gotten very weird and interesting lately.
Sounds like an old pickup line. But it really has, hasn't it? I'm interested only in primary sources. So things you've seen and or done that are newsworthy.
Oh, I've
No
seen
hearsay.
many things.
So, what do you got for me?
Well, how about we start with, man, I've got a lot of things to tell you. I was there at the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis.
Really? To say you have my undivided attention is an understatement. A lot of people were there. The accounts we've got were chaotic. What was your role in that?
I personally took out those Terramorphs and pretty much saved the day.
Wait. I heard someone from Constellation was involved. That was you? Oh, this is great. Like, embarrassingly important award-winning great. The whole city is still on edge over the attack. We were fortunate, damn fortunate, that casualties were so low.
Yep.
What was it like in the thick of things?
Terrifying. Takes a lot of firepower to take out a terramorph.
That makes what you did even more, well, amazing. It sounds like New Atlantis, heck, the whole UC, owes you a great debt.
Yeah, they gave him this,
Any
this real
closing
cool
comments?
condo.
I already have a good story here.
Everyone needs to know the man behind it, Ve Victus.
What? You're serious? Listen, Ve Victus is dead.
Nah.
Like, documented historical event dead. I don't even want to get into it.
Okay, fine. Terramorph Management Division has been created to make sure it never happens again.
That's a mouthful. A thankful you guys are around mouthful. Hey, Constellation? From all of us that live here, thanks.
Gonna give me some
We
credits?
use the word hero a lot in news, but you really are one.
Alright, well thank you.
SSNN is doing what it can. It's just that people are hard to reach these days. It makes it harder to relay drama.
You talk
Okay.
and get paid. I spread
I
the
got
news.
information about a
It's a
gal bank
classic
robbery.
win-win. You certainly get around. I'm surprised that branch has any customers left, the number of times it's been held up. But I thought the Rangers had finally managed to get a handle on it. I heard there was a standoff. That true?
My first time there too. Welcome to Aquila. Don't mind the robbery.
I hear the robbers are provided free of charge. All part of the service. What happened to the robbers? The Shaw gang?
I mopped up all the robbers. No survivors.
Wait, what? You cleaned them out? Jesus. I'm sorry, but I might have to dig up some witnesses to confirm that. Anyway,
Yeah.
these things are often messy. Any customers or Galbank staff get hurt?
No, there are no casualties. Not any injuries I know of.
That's really good news. Usually, well, it's a different kind of story. You were there. You were involved in resolving it. Any comment on the Freestar Rangers? Having another high-profile robbery in their own backyard is a bit of a black eye.
Yeah. If the Rangers can't protect their own bank, who can they protect?
And there's my quote right there. Very well said. Stories like this always fire up public outrage and appetite. Thanks for the interview. And take this.
Thank you. More.
My source is back. Here
Captain
to report
Petrov's
anything
ship,
else?
Scow, was robbed.
I already interviewed an ex-pirate about the robbery. But she was as reliable as good coffee around here. So you were there when it went down? What were you doing there?
I was the one robbing him.
Oh boy. Anything you tell me as a source, I won't reveal. But there's limits to my journalistic integrity. That said, I've heard maybe the captain had it coming. Tell me about this Captain Petrov. I've heard he's a bit of an eccentric. What was your impression of him?
Petrov was a hoarder and liked to collect anything strange or unusual.
I would have loved to have seen it. I'm sure it would make a good story right there. No one seems to know exactly what was stolen, but everyone agrees it was valuable. Care to shed some light on it?
A giant golden statue of a giraffe.
Sure, right. Try again. What was stolen?
Telling you the truth, statue was huge, had emerald eyes. It was a crazy thing.
Huh. I guess it takes all types? Last question. About, and I'm quoting, a zoo gone wild. The other source swore up and down that alien creatures got out of their cages and went on a rampage. Please, please, please tell me she was telling the truth. It's got to be some Aurora-induced hallucination.
It's 100% correct.
Some days, it is worth it to get out of bed. I love it. This is just a plain old good story. Check the newsfeed for it later. And here's your payment.
Hey,
Right on.
Dusty. If you're ever thinking to yourself, I could really listen to Barrett's dulcet voice right now. Then instead of dreaming about me, stop by and say hello, okay?
Yeah,
If
as
you
soon
have
as
a
we're
new
done
story
here.
for me, I'm very happy to pay your fee.
Crimson Fleet attacked Nargos mining facility on Vectera.
Looks like some Crimson Fleet brainiac figured out it's easier
Nope,
to
I
hit
haven't been here.
stationary targets than dogfighting in the field. And you are an eyewitness with the courtesy to find us instead of being chased down. Refreshing. So what were the pirates doing there? It's not their usual MO.
Oh, yeah, that. I don't remember much. You can take it from here, Captain.
We are mining beryllium, iron, some rare minerals. Easy credits for them.
Rare minerals, you say? That would be worth the price of admission. So what's your role in all this? Part of a tour group?
No. I was one of the miners.
I didn't realize Argos extractors hired such capable crew. So we've covered the basics. How about any harrowing tales of daring do? How'd a bunch of miners triumph?
I took point on defense with my handy mining laser. No, I killed a whole lot of them single-handedly.
By yourself? Uh-huh. We deal with fact, not fiction here. So try again.
We had help, Barrett. Remember Constellation as robot Vasco.
How heartwarming. Constellation banding together with some dusty miners? I like it. This is a good local story. Plucky miners band together and punch above their weight. If you ever get more stories like this, drop by. And take this to cover any incidentals, or other creative ways to pad out an expense report.
All right, well,
You have another story for me?
yeah. One more. I was at the big battle between Sistef and the Crimson Fleet.
Of course you were. Why wouldn't you be? I swear you're either a trouble magnet or something. So, Sistef finally, and against all odds, really triumphed against the Crimson Fleet. In their own backyard, no less. How were you involved?
I was working undercover for Sistef. Brought the fleet down from the inside.
So what do you do for an encore? So, the Vigilance went toe-to-toe with everything the Crimson Fleet could throw at them. And somehow, almost miraculously, they captured the key. The key itself.
Yep.
I've confirmed that with many sources. Anything to add?
I was part of the team that actually captured the key.
Someone seriously owes you a beer. Hell, a keg. You have to feel good about how everything turned out. Commander Ikonde is being hailed a hero. And Sistef's popularity is at an all-time high. Your thoughts?
Candy didn't triumph alone. I was instrumental in the victory at the key.
I will make sure the story emphasizes that. People need to know that. And that's all I need. You really do lead an extraordinary life.
Yep.
And as a, well, possibly embarrassing personal note, thank God for you.
You guys need to pay more for stories. Just saying. Okay, Barrett. What do you got for me, buddy? You want to talk?
Hey, so I'm really enjoying our time together. Thought you should know.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I worked with someone so closely. I didn't realize how much I missed it. And you haven't stopped me from looking into this stuff with Irvin either. So, thank you.
Hey, if it matters to you, it matters to me.
See, that's what makes you a good captain in my book. You're supportive. On that note, I do have some news about Irvin's case. So, I wanted to let you know that I heard back from my contact, and I think you'll want to hear this. They sent me a copy of some public records. It's interesting. There was a claim filed against Irvin, accusing him of damaging their investments. Looks like Irvin didn't even enter a plea.
Who brought the case to court?
The Hephaestus Mining Corporation. And they also won the case.
What was the settlement?
Some of Irvin's paychecks were seized, as well as any assets that weren't under joint ownership.
I don't understand how Irvin could be guilty of that.
Well, if it was Irvin, I do want to understand that, because I just can't believe it. Anyway, this mining corporation, Hephaestus, sued Irvin, claiming he irreparably damaged their mine. They said he killed the apex predators in the area around the mine, which led to herd creatures overeating the grasses. That caused the soils to release too many gases too fast, which cost Hephaestus a ton of money.
Killing apex predators led to all that?
They claim the creature he killed was a critical hive species that caused a cascade effect when they were killed off. Irvin killed the equivalent of a queen bee, and the whole hive collapsed, basically.
Seems hard to prove.
It looks like they considered him a no-show and ruled against him. So anyway, according to the court documents, there was a witness for the defense, who was a no-show too. Then Hephaestus won by default. They tried to take his apartment, but because it's in my name too, they couldn't.
Did you know about the apartment before this?
I didn't know he bought it. Must have been a better deal than renting for the time he was there.
Hey! Why didn't the witness show up?
They withdrew their testimony the morning of the trial. Said they had a sincere change of heart.
Is your contact still available for work?
Yes. They plan to stay in the same system for a while.
Hey, free apartment.
Kinda. I had a mountain of back taxes to pay, and utilities, and repairs. It would have been far better for my pockets had I just donated it to the city. But I'm glad I didn't. There may be clues there about his case.
Good.
So here's what I was thinking. I can persuade my contact to keep digging a little bit more. I don't want to press our luck, so I'll just ask them to follow up on one thing. Should I tell them to investigate the company more, or look into the witness instead?
Here, take some money. Pay your smuggler to contact to investigate both.
For that much money? They'll do it. You know,
Yeah, we just got a bunch of
this
money from what's-her-face
investigation
over
is
there.
time-consuming, but it's also pretty cathartic. And who knows? Maybe if we solve this case, it'll mean a better future for Gagarin. But that's thinking too far ahead. Anyway, Captain, thanks for checking in with me.
All right. Sounds like we're going to spend a lot of time in New Atlantis today. Let's go down to the well. Down to the well, please. All right, let's go talk to the church, the Enlightenment people. Should be just down here.
Something to report?
No, nothing to report. I'm here to talk to these yahoos. Ready, Barrett? Let's talk to them.
We run a number of social programs, from financial aid to food banks. If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can.
Well, that's very
Oh,
brave
you're
of
not-
you.
Sorry. Can I help you?
I'm looking for something called Unity? No, not some vague concept of the
Did
word.
Keeper Aquilus send you? Oh boy. Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
You've talked about this with Keeper Killis before?
Yeah, I mean, he's always going on about trying to bring people of all beliefs together. Really wants there to be some shared story or origin. Look, I like the Keeper, but belief is the problem, okay? We don't need a shared narrative or theology. We need to help each other in practical terms.
Well, let's hear it.
A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of what are we looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that.
What do they mean each individual must understand the second person lifts them up?
It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us.
I can agree with that. Maybe there's a message hidden in what he was saying.
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Can you tell me anything else about the Unity? What it means for you?
Besides what the Keeper would say about it? Sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or in mathematics it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning.
Okay, you give me a lot to think about.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
All right, let's go talk to the prisoner. Where is the prisoner? I think she's in here. Nope, wrong way. Well, probably UC security cells. All right. Where are we going?
I think I could live on coffee if I had to.
You think so? I don't think so. I highly doubt it. You keep going with that.
Your safety is important to UC security.
Okay. Hey, buddy.
Ah, if it isn't my favorite part-time security.
I can't open that. Bummer. We're gonna come back here.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts everywhere. There were so many facilities abandoned after the colony war, the pirates used them as forward
Man, you're a
operating
talker.
bases. All over the settled systems.
Varun Scripture 1. Permanently increase sneak bonus by 1% and immediately sneak damage by 5%. Hey, you. Let's talk.
A visitor? I have all the company I need.
That's the single loneliest statement I've ever heard.
Jokes. You come to hear about Varun. Like the guards. Like the Keeper. The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more. No less.
Why do they let you keep your suit on? Keeper Aquilus spoke of a pilgrim. I need to know more about him.
Yes, I have spoken to your Keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the
Two,
planet
there's
they are
4.
on. Remember these
120.
4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow.
4
That is all.
battles. 120 days. Must be more to your god than just killing.
Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the Great Serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt. I grow tired of speaking. Leave me.
Alright, fine. Fine. Let's go. Officers needed. See you later. We'll talk later. Okay? I'm busy.
You're cooperating.
Oh yeah, that's UC security.
Where are we going now? Back to the Keeper, right? No, that's not what we're doing. Let's talk to the Keeper.
They're busier than normal these
Where's
days.
that? Get back on the... Oh, you know what? Wow, this... We should check for any bounties. Oh, well. And... I always do this when I'm walking around town, and I gotta be careful. Okay, there we go. Just in case.
That is convenient, but riding right after eating can give you stomach aches.
Is that what they say? Huh. Boost pack training 4 is great, eh? Alright, back to see the Keeper. Let's wrap this up. Hey, Keeps.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
The Enlightened stories use the words second and two.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system.
Mm-hmm.
What else did you learn?
I spoke to Rune Sellet, and she said Genon four times over 120 days.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else?
In your story, the Pilgrim contemplates infinitum addendum. That must mean something.
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we?
Aye.
Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Indum. That's the name of your star system.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
Just a word. I need to take responsibility for finding it, not prayer.
And once you know, what will you do? Even the most objective scientist holds a belief that observation itself will be of benefit to humanity. You will be taking a similar part of yourself with you when you find the answer. Will that not color your perception of it?
How's talking about the unknown supposed to help there?
When one is lost, looking inward can help show the way.
Doesn't give me a license to define unity beforehand.
So you're committed to keeping yourself from seeing unity as anything other than a rational objective, a goal you're bound to reach. Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
Okay. Well, Barrett. Just turn that flashlight off, I'm just saying. And with that, thank you for joining the adventures of Red Gagner and the Starfield. We'll be back with another episode soon. Hit the like button if you like this content. Subscribing is free and shows support for our channel. Leave a comment. I love them, and I answer all of them. Take care of everybody. Take care of yourself, everybody. If you can, please take care of someone else. I know, you can't take care of everybody. Just yourself. Maybe someone else. Thank you for watching Lars Gagner Linux Gaming. Here's our updated schedule. I'm throwing Skyrim into the mix a little heavier. We're removing Lotro for now. It will come back, but the transfer to the 64-bit servers has been a little bit slow this week. I'm sure they'll get through it, but we'll mix that in. Probably going into April, we'll mix Lotro back in. So mornings, pure Starfield. Red, which is my modded playthrough, and Lars, more heavy on red. And then afternoons, remains fresh, classic WoW 20th anniversary edition. 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday of hardcore, and 2 days, Tuesday and Thursday of fresh classic my Lars Gagne Hunter build. And then evenings are all Skyrim. Vanilla Skyrim survival mode on Legendary. With that, there's 15 episodes a week. We're going to cut back on the weekends. Rest or surprise, I might throw things there on Saturday, Sunday, maybe even some Lotro. We'll see how that goes. But that's the new updated schedule for March. And we passed 150 subscribers. Thank you so much, people, for that. Take care of yourselves, everybody. And if you can, take care of someone else.